Good morning, traders. I'm Dennis Dick.
And I'm Joel Alconin. Welcome to Thursday's edition of Pre-Market Info.
What a rally yesterday. The Fed doesn't taper, takes everybody by surprise, and shorts screaming in pain, throwing in the towel. Holy cow, that was a rip your face off rally.
Yeah, Mega Bull, Dennis Dick talking on the show yesterday how people were underinvested, and I think they went all to invest after that
They
announcement.
did too.
No
Get me
taper.
in.
I know, blast above 1700, obliterating the former all-time high, 1721.50 where we're trading. Levels to keep an eye on: 1723 and a quarter. That was our high from yesterday, all-time high, and we hit 26.75 in the pre-market. But Dennis, Mr. Bull Dennis Dick has a bear scenario for
I
today.
do actually. Just short term bearish scenario, but I really felt like we had the capitulatory move here yesterday. I really feel like everybody that was short and getting squeezed says, I can't take it anymore. I can't fight the Fed anymore. Cover my shorts. And also, everybody that wasn't in the market that's been sitting on the sidelines saying, you can't fight the Fed anymore. You gotta buy, you gotta buy. And I think that's what they were doing yesterday. They just basically, the shorts were throwing in the towel, and the retail trader that was sitting on the sidelines was throwing in the towel, and everybody is getting too damn bullish now. And actually, you know how I love to fade the herd? I am starting to get bearish here. This is my scenario, Joel. I'll just give it to you quick. I think we're going to open up a little bit here today, which we are doing because you get all the little retail guy that sees it overnight trying to buy it at the open because he thinks it's going higher. I think we close red today. I think we're going to be down like 100 or plus Dow points. That's what I'm calling. That's just my own ideas, but I think we're going to top out here in the first 10 or 15 minutes of trade, start to drift down, and then start to sell off. What do you think?
You want further confirmation that the top is in?
Give it to me.
I bought some calls yesterday.
No! What'd you buy
Yeah,
calls with?
late in the day, I got a little bit excited, and Bank of America broke out of some resistance at 1470. It's
Yeah.
been breaking out of there forever, so bought a few calls on that, and I bought the 2,000 calls in the S&P futures and the 200 calls in the spiders.
So you are bullish right now. Are you still bullish? Do you think we're going to see up there that other 1740 level that we were talking about a while ago where I win my bet, or what's your take here?
I think if we can get over that 1726.75 level, the pre-market high in the first 10 or 15 minutes trading, I think it's still clear to the upside going with your 2-day move theory.
And I'm looking at that low. Take out that overnight low 17. Take out yesterday's close 1717
Okay.
75. But that's what I'm thinking. Not even looking at the numbers here. I'm just trying to think outside the box here. And I think there's a lot of people that are now yesterday going to maybe regret chasing this market. And I wouldn't be surprised. There's always a shakeout. Nothing goes straight up, and it has been going straight up here since about 1640. The shorts have been squeezed; they were thrown in the towel yesterday. And I do think we're going to come back down here and test the 1700 level here yet. So I think it could be a 21-point sell-off here in the next day or two. I don't know when. Well, actually, I'm predicting that it's going to be this afternoon, but I don't know. I could be dead wrong. Joel, let's move on here. Look at this gold. Wow, I don't even know what to say. It was up 50 bucks yesterday. That is absolutely incredible move for gold. Up here a little bit again this morning, but wow, what a move.
Right, and it's kind of, I mean, the Fed's not worried about inflation, but yet, gold has this massive rally here. Dipped under 1,300 early in the session yesterday. It kind of wiped out all those people that were leaning on the 1,300 level. Rips back up to the upside. We did take out yesterday's high, which was 67.80. We are still trading above that. I don't see any major resistance up to the 1391.40 level. That was a high on September 10th, but I just don't think you could quite get there today. And if we come back on the downside here, the close 1365, we did trade below that, but I think you might get a little bit of a sell off if you dip below 1365.
The dip through 1500 and the rip. So dipping and ripping. Look at GG. Just bring up that stock for instance because it wasn't only the gold stocks, the miners took off. Look closely at this GG. This $26 level, we had like three or four
Oh,
bottoms. Yeah, I know. I wish we would have pointed this out yesterday. Can you believe that? $2.50 that thing rallied. So here it is last month selling off. Got back half of the losses in one day. That's an incredible rally. And the other, all the gold stocks were just up enormous yesterday.
right. Just looking at this GG Gold Corp here, had multiple lows under right around this $29 level, 40 cents away from there. So it's going to take a day or two to chew through that resistance at 29.
Let's move on to some of the earnings stocks. Big Gun reporting their last night. Oracle. They came out 59 cents versus 56. Street kind of liked it. 8.4 billion versus 8.48 billion. A little light on the revenue, but then they started talking. And CQ2 a little bit lower than the estimate, 65 to 70, which is kind of at the lower end of the 69-cent estimates. So actually, Oracle once they started doing that, started selling off. So it ripped higher up to 34.90. And then just started selling off and got down. Where did it get down to, Joel? 32 and a half? Is that right? Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
they
Big after hours range.
yeah, they moved it around pretty good, but it's just down 24 cents right now. They actually got it as in after hours. They did get it down to 32.50. But let's look at this in the context of the daily chart here. Yesterday's low 33.13. We're still trading above that level right now. Below 33.13 here. I see the next support point at 32.78. That pre-market low at 32.35. So despite dipping, that low coming back up 33.91 recent high of the move. Probably good resistance from 33.91 up to the $34
Yeah,
level.
and I can back that up with some size. I see over 100,000 shares at 34 bucks, so somebody's excited to try to get out at 34 with the close at 33.87, that recent high at 33.91. That's the bogey I'm using. That whole 33.87 to 34 area I think could provide you some good resistance. We're only 20 cents away from there right now, crawling up to that level, and it has kind of struggled there in the pre-market. So that might be the level that the high freaks might be citing here to dump some stock as well. Let's look at a couple other earnings stocks here. Conagra CAG reported earnings here this morning. Stock missed on top, bottom, and lowered guidance. That's never good. 37 cents versus 45, 4.2 billion versus 4.38 billion. And they see Q2 down at 55 cents when estimates were up at 63. Stock is trading down about 45 cents here in the pre-market at 31.68, offered at 31.65.
The old triple whammy there, huh?
The old triple
Uh,
whammy. Never. Well, unless I guess you're the. Well, who was the stock yesterday that had the triple whammy and actually went up? Oh,
uh,
it was Adobe, but they had
yeah,
good subscriptions to their cloud, so we forgave them for their triple whammy.
yep. 31.50 pre-market low, getting a little bit of a bounce off that level. You did have a low yesterday at 31.57, so I'd be keeping on that whole 31.50 level. I think if it can hold there, probably shake off this negative news. If not, it could easily slide down to the $31 level. You traded little above 31 here, 31.10 on September 11th. So 31.50, 31.10 are the levels to take a look at. You go into rally mode here. The close right on the high tick, 32.07. So look for resistance from 32 up to that 32.07 close.
If you like to trade the cheap stocks that are breaking out, Rite Aid reported earnings here this morning. RAD stock is above $4, finally taking out that $4 level. This has been quite the year for Rite Aid. It's been marching the entire year. They actually made money. 3 cents. We're supposed to lose 4 cents. The street was impressed. Increased guidance too, and Rite Aid takes out that critical $4 level. I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit. I was looking at this report. They actually had the $4 calls for September. They were offered at a nickel, and I was like, I could take a flyer on that and buy it at a nickel. I wish I would have, because now they'd be worth at least 18 cents, and got up to 4.42 in the pre-market. So those nickel calls, somebody could have been making some decent money. I wonder if that $4 acts like a magnet, though. I wonder if there's a lot of traders that had $4. I don't know what the open interest was on that. I could probably look it up, but probably a few traders with positions on from the $4 level.
Wow, look at the sleeping giant in this thing. That consolidation for I don't know years, and then you get this breakout. 442 was what you hit in the pre-market. You did have a dip under $4 after that. So looking at it from Monday or from yesterday's range here, got a long way to go to fill the gap at 379, but guess as long as it holds $4, you can consider this thing breaking out. But I think you'll see sellers way ahead of that 440 pre-market high.
I think so too. Pier 1 Imports (PIR) also reported earnings here. They missed on the bottom line 17 cents versus 21, and they also cut guidance. So the double whammy there for PIR trading down almost $2 here in the pre-market. It got real ugly though just a few minutes ago when they reported. Got down to 20.09. Man, I'm telling you, they just overshoot on these earnings events so often. If you got to figure $20 is going to be a big level, would you sell it down there right against that level in the pre-market? Man, somebody picked up some good stock there at 20.09.
Wicker chairs are just not what they used to be here.
Yeah.
2250 it's been the after hours high. We had basically opened up at that level and traded down to the 2009 level. Now reaching back up towards 22. The high, the pop, 21.89. So that's your minor resistance point. Also 2250 pre-market high, and it's going to take a lot to get back into yesterday's range with the 23.14 low. But people have been sitting on shorts here since the middle of August. Might take this opportunity to bring some stock in.
Let's move on to some of the analyst moves here this morning. A couple big ones. Disney getting downgraded at Morgan Stanley here. Yeah, the House of Mouse not in favor at Morgan Stanley. Closed at 67.11, is trading 66.40 right now. So giving back a quick 70 cents on this MS downgrade.
Oh, wow. Now, I'm just looking at the daily
I know,
here.
it's interesting.
Had a
Talk about
super run
resistance.
here. Yeah, you've been running into problems here just above the $67 level. You did get to 67.37 yesterday, closed above that level, had a high at 67.37, 67.20, trading quite a bit off the high and the close from yesterday. So on a rally, look for resistance starting ahead at that $67 level. We're trading below the 2 and 3 day lows, so below this 66.40 level where we're currently trading, I don't see any major support to 65.5.
FedEx getting downgraded at Goldman Sachs. Stock breaking
Man.
out. Goldman loves to fade these breakouts. Obviously, FedEx had a fantastic day yesterday, breaking out to a new 52-week high. Closing at 116 a quarter, is trading down about 50 cents right now, though, with the Goldman Sachs downgrade.
116 and a quarter is the close, so on a rally here, people will be looking to get out at the mark. 116.95, the all-time high. Looking at the pre-market, they haven't really ripped it too bad on this new
Yeah,
Goldman
it's
Sachs
holding up
down.
quite well, actually.
Yeah, 115 and a quarter is a pre-market low. Just a couple hundred shares traded there. Below 115 and a quarter here, you get into yesterday's slippery, slopey range. So protective sell stops 115 level might help you lock in some gains from this Goldman Sachs downgrade.
Hey guys,
Groupon. Oh,
weekly jobless claims number here for the week ended September 14th. Initial jobless claims coming in at 309,000. Economists were looking for a reading of 330,000, so a little better than expected there. Continuing claims coming in at 2.787 million. Economists were looking for a reading of 2.9 million.
and it seems to be, we popped about $1 off that number there, so a little bit of a pop that you can see on the charts here. Everybody's looking for an excuse to buy, 1722.75, so we'll have to see if we're going to continue to look for an excuse to buy here after they get this afternoon sell-off that I'm predicting, but I don't know if that'll come to fruition or not. Groupon is upgraded at Stifel Nicholas, so they're social media stocks. Everybody still loves these things. This is kicking up near its 52-week high in the pre-market. It's trading at $12 even right now. 52-week high is 12.17. So Groupon looking like a little bit of resistance here around this 12 area, though.
Yeah, 1209 has been the pre-market high, trading 9 cents away from there. Groupon's had a nice rally here. We did sneak above that $12 level once, but once, let's see, 4 or 5 sessions ago. So we'll keep an eye on that. Uh, Looking at the daily here above the 1217. Who knows where this thing's going to stop? But that's your resistance point. On the downside here, multiple lows at the $11 level, still a buck away from there. So nice move off of Groupon here.
Twix TWX getting upgraded at Morgan Stanley, and that stock's actually trading up a buck here right now on the upgrade. This is breaking out. If I look at this, you're going to love the setup on this daily. Actually, you can see it right there. This whole 6360 area, absolutely enormous resistance. Got up there again yesterday, failed there, but it is breaking out through today. So if you like your breakouts, this stock is one of them that's doing it. I will tell you, 65 bucks. I see 52,000 shares up there for Twix, so that's probably going to give you some initial resistance if this rally continues.
All right, and pre-market high right here is 64.40. Just a few trades on this. Looking at the dailies here, Dennis, you had a double top at 64.49 and 64.50. So that's opening up in the resistance here. If you do get a pullback under 64 to these multiple highs, it's 63.60. I'm sure bids will be I'm here. But just to do a little revisionist history here. Remember Procter & Gamble got downgraded yesterday.
I know.
And,
Yeah.
and it really took effect, early in the session here. And I remember looking at them like, wow, they
Pummeled
they
it
really had
off
an
the
effect
bat.
on this stock. They took it down and then turned around and rallied the thing over $2.
That was an
So
incredible move for PG yesterday.
yeah, I mean, you can pay attention to these upgrades and downgrades and stuff, but it's better to have your own trading plan because here's one that had a short-term effect, and look what that thing ended up doing.
And we talked about trading Johnson & Johnson with it there yesterday, and PG was opening down 70 or 80 cents in the pre-market. And J&J actually, if you were quick, you had a shot there to get off a short there just yesterday at the open. I believe it almost got flat right off the hump. It was just trading around 89.05, I believe it got up to. So if you wanted to, you could put on that pair, and actually it would have worked out well because PG took off, ended up being above the price of J&J for the day. So J&J, and I actually reversed the pair then, and I shorted PG and bought J&J, and that actually worked out quite well. This is after PG had the $2 pop. I got lucky, and I basically picked the top on the PG. I short, I believe, 80.46. And I think the high yesterday was 80.48, so obviously I got a little bit lucky to get the exact top on the PG. But then I bought Johnson & Johnson around 88.5, I think. So I was able to make 40 cents or so on the J&J, and I actually made a little bit on the PG too. So the pair trade worked out well there. And all I was saying is that, well, PG is the one that had the downgrade today. I like those two stocks trading together, and I can buy Johnson & Johnson cheaper. So I took it off. I actually have put on a little, for full disclosure, I did put on a little short position here on J&J off this 90 level, but I don't know, maybe it takes us out in the pre-market. Joel, you're looking at Facebook here, and Facebook is trying to make new highs here. It's struggling a little bit. 45.38 is where it's trading in the pre-market. It has been as high as 45.62 back on the 12th. What do you think? Do you think we break out here today, or is this just a consolidation?
It's just interesting because you've had multiple highs here. You made the all-time high here at 45.62, and then the last couple of attempts up to the 45.5 level, the stock has been turned back. So they're targeting 45.5. That's where they're trying to get out of their piece here, and this is going to be the fourth time up there. We have traded up there in the pre-market. So if you're looking for a continuation on this Facebook move, 45.62 is the level. Keep an eye on.
Talk about Agilent for one sec, because we missed that in the news. Just letter A. They are splitting the company up, separating the two separate companies. One's going to be on life sciences, the other is going to be on electronic measurement products. And the stock is flying on this news here. It is trading at 54.5 right now. Went out at 49.32, so it's up a cool 5 points on this news that they're going to split up the company.
Well, they should have maybe split it into like 3 pieces, and it would be at
even more.
It would be up at 65.
Yeah.
Hit 55.85 in the pre-market. We've pulled back to 54.48. So those are your two parameters to look at. this is probably all time, yeah, blowing away the all time highs in this issue. So really, only number 55, 55.85. Keep an eye on. Actually, going back, Dennis, going back all the way to May of 2011. The stock did hit the $55 level. So,
Oh, so we have
you
visited
know,
this 55.33.
yep, 55, yep, 55.33 back in May. So if you've been holding on through the dip down under 30, here's your chance to get out of this stock at 55 once again.
Microsoft, this 33 and a
Oh,
half level, just absolutely enormous. We've kissed it again here in the pre-market. We're trading 6 cents below it right now, but they seem to line up here as this 33 and a half. Is this going to continue to remain resistance, or do we break out of here today?
well, I mean, I'm looking for it to break out here because you're getting a little bit of a running start into it.
Mm-hmm.
Starting out at
Mm-hmm.
33.44. This level from Microsoft was key not only a few days ago here, but also going back, I believe, a little over a month ago. Back, yep, at the end of August, you hit that level. Boy, this just doesn't look like a Microsoft chart, doesn't it? I mean, it's just looks like some kind of crazy derivative. I mean, this thing is the volatility is unbelievable.
Yeah, but
You hit
support that
up,
31 level's been absolutely enormous. So one, two, three, four, 4, 5, 6, 7 different occasions. The 31 level's been nearby. So I guess your major support is well defined, but we are definitely the last 3 days similar ranges consolidating here to do something. I just tend to think 33 and a half could still hold if my theory that we could sell off in the afternoon comes to fruition. I've reiterated that 3 or 4 times, so we're going to probably rally 200 points a day. Everybody can make fun of me, but I'm trying.
you're doing pretty good,
Yeah,
Dennis,
I'm
in my
trying to really
opinion.
pump out what I think about this market. So, anyways, move back. Actually, just go to Tesla here for 1 second because it actually is
Yeah,
trading in the 170s here. I know we're running late. We're at 170, 108. We've consolidated for the last 8, 9 days in the 160s.
eight,
We are,
9 days.
or longer, yeah, I guess 20 days in the 160s. So now
Yep.
we're in the 170s here again. Does it hold? Are we off to the races? Going to go test the 173.70 high or what?
I believe there was some good news. I think someone maybe upped their earnings projections and whatnot. You have traded up to 170, 140 in the pre-market. Looking at the dailies, you did get to 170.85 on Monday. So I think as long as you can stay above this 170 level, you got a chance to take out that all-time high at 173.70.
Deutsche Bank increased their target from 160 to 200.
Okay.
So that's what the news
Woohoo!
was. Yeah, they're thinking $200 stocks. So,
I'll buy the 200 weeklies then.
yeah, no, I'll pass on those. 1722 and a half. The S&P futures just hanging out up here 5 points as all your retail guys are getting excited for the open. They say we gotta buy, we gotta buy, can't fight the Fed anymore. So that's what's happening here this morning. 50 minutes to go. Let's see where we open at. I think we could drift higher here before we start to go sell off though. What's your take here?
Mid-range on the day here at 1722.50 coincides with yesterday's high 1723 and a quarter. So I'd like to hold here. If not, getting down to the overnight low 18 and a quarter. It's a buck above the close 1717 and a quarter. And I don't look for your down day scenario to come to fruition unless we do take out that 1717 and a quarter low.
Well, let's take out the 1717 and a quarter low.
Listen to you. Oh
I'm
my
the
God.
eternal bull has turned bearish at least for a day, but we will see. Maybe I'm gonna be. I should probably just stay on my bull gravy train because it's been working for me. But I don't know. I just can't. I can't bring it. I just felt like it was capitulation yesterday. We always talk as prop traders. We used to always talk about a capitulatory move, usually on the downside when everybody throws in the towel, and this is just a little bit of the opposite where we're looking at the capitulation on the upside. So looking for the shorts to throw in the towel. Anyways, that's our show for today, guys. Have a great day. Back at you tomorrow.